You're listening to the Hero's Quest podcast, your source for creating the hero mindset and abandoning the victim mentality. I'm your host and life coach, Tim Holloway. Join me on the quest to unlock your inner hero and take responsibility for your life.
So I get up Thursday morning and I'm going to take my daughter to school and I see a flat tire. And it's so flat that it's not drivable. And so I know that I'm going to be late to take her to school and I'm starting to feel really, really frustrated at this moment. Have you ever had an event take place in your life where it triggers a frustration where you know there's something deeper? Like literally, I don't know how many times that I've had a flat tire that I just change it with a sense of joy and just a positive attitude. But not this morning. This morning, you would have thought the world was going to end. And I'm like, oh my God, really? Right now? Really? And so we get a quote for tires, and the other two tires are just as bad. So we end up getting a set. It costs us $400-500. This only seals the frustration of, oh my God, me, really? And I'm telling you, to be open and honest with you, at that moment, I went into full victim mode. Like all the stuff that I talk about, like kind of went out the window. And I'm like, why me? I wake up to a flat tire and now $500 I wasn't expecting to pay, and blah, 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 blah. And so I share this to be open and honest with you, to let you know that I had something that I needed to pay attention to. Because hardly ever in my life have I ever been frustrated by the turn of events. I've had my car engine blow up and laugh about it. Literally, you can ask Jamie. Like these things in life, they don't bother me. They bounce off. I'm so resilient. So I'm asking myself this question. If I can smile and chuckle about an engine blown up, why am I so upset and frustrated about a flat tire and a $500 bill? And I'm about to tell you why. Because I was so exhausted. I was so tired. And so there's something about exhaustion that puts us into a place of, I'm trying to describe the word, like danger zone. Exhaustion puts us in a place of danger zone where we can fall into the temptation to create this pity party, create this victim mentality, create this why me. Like everybody on the planet has a flat tire, right? Everybody in the planet has to purchase a whole new set of tires. You know, everybody pretty much goes through the same trials. Yet for me that day, because I am so exhausted, this seems like the end of the world to me. It's crazy. So there I am, creating this pity party and trying to pull others in there with me. And one thing that I first noticed was I was starting to turn molehills into mountains. That means these tiny little frustrations in my life that are so insignificant that they are not going to even matter a couple weeks from now, or maybe even a couple days from now. They were all of a sudden so significant and so important that it caused so much frustration inside of me. And it was simply my own perception of what was taking place. So molehills into mountains. If you are experiencing this, I can guarantee you are headed towards frustration and exhaustion, because you're looking at your problems and they're all humongous and they're all huge and you're blowing them out of proportion, and it's not reality. It's not based upon facts. Another sign that I noticed with me was I began to disconnect from others. And one of the reasons is when you start your pity party, when you start your why me party, you start going at the bottom of the well and playing this violin, right? That nobody wants to join you there. Like nobody who has any self-worth wants to come join you. Like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is so messed up and blah, 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 blah. If you got those kind of people, I'm telling you, you got the wrong people in your life. And so this created a disconnect from the people around me because nobody wants to join me at the bottom of the well. And so I start this pity party and I start to feel alone because nobody's joining me in my victimhood. And the way I visualize it is this, that I'm there at this bottom of the well and I'm all alone and I'm playing my sad violin song and I'm looking up, is anybody going to join me? But then I notice that the well is only 2 foot deep and I can step out any what time I want to. And others begin to laugh as they're watching me at the bottom of the well, saying, doesn't he not know that he could just step out if he want to? You see, this well is not really that deep. And I could step out anytime I want to, but I don't because this is where I want to be. Another sign is that you are in extreme exhaustion is when you wake up in the morning and you're like FML, like fuck my life, like frustrated because maybe things aren't going your way. You're taking everything too serious, right? I can guarantee you need a day off. You need some vacation. And that's the bottom line. Are we willing to take care of ourselves? See, that's the question I had to answer. So I can continue down this road of frustration, disappointment, playing my violin, or I can get out, begin to nurture myself, take a break, start to meditate, get some awareness of the situation, and begin to go forward in the happiest, joyful life that I have, that I am. You see, when you're at the bottom of the well, there's nothing but grumbling and complaining. Nothing's going to go your way. And even if things did go your way, you wouldn't even recognize it because you are in such ungratitude and unthankfulness of your life just because a couple circumstances came your way that were disfavorable. Just because and I'll share a little bit more about the day. So I go to the dentist and they say that I need to do this, which is another $2,000. And I need to do this with them, which is $600. And so like literally all the money is just like disappearing, right? And so causing all this frustration. See, the bottom line is this. I put myself into urgent need to fix my teeth. I put myself into urgent need to fix my tires. And it's taking responsibility for those things in our life and saying, okay, so I put myself in this position. I should feel a sense of gratitude that I actually have the money to take care of these things. That in a month from now, most of my teeth problems are going to be solved and fixed. And then I could smile with confidence. You see, it's all about perspective. It's all about how we see things. And the last two signs are this. You're starting to lose your sense of humor. You need to take a break. Things aren't funny anymore. You're not laughing. You're not smiling. You're not enjoying life. You need a break. And lastly, you're tossing and turning all night long. And so what do? What is the hero mindset? The hero mindset is this. Circumstances happen to me that are beyond my control sometimes. I need to take responsibility for my part in this. And when I begin to see a molehill as a mountain, I need to restructure that idea and say, you know what? This is not really that significant to me. This is not really that important to me. And it's resizing the situation and demagnifying it. And one thing that happens when we have these problems is it's like seeing it with the magnifying glasses. That's all we see. And it's humongous. What we need to do is step up and be our own hero and shrink that thing mentally down to size to where it belongs and go, you know what? This is not really that significant. A month or 2 weeks or a couple days from now, this is going to be nothing. And notice when you're at the bottom of the well trying to play your violin and pull other people in with you and say this: I recognize that I am in a funk right now. I must not have been taking care of myself. Now's the time to take care of myself. And I must schedule myself some time to recoup, to recharge, and get back better than ever. That's the hero mindset. Remember today: H, I will be honorable. E, I will be empowered. R, I will be resilient. And O, I will take ownership for my life. In the link below, you'll find the hero's blueprint for success. Click on that link. That is our free gift to you. Remember today to be your own hero and join us at wakethehero.com.
Hold up.